If you have been struggling to keep up with your mortgage payments, there might be some help on the way. Keep in mind, this is just a proposal for now, so this is not any guarantee. But and the help is supposed to come from the most unlikely source. Basically, FCAC is asking the banks to help you guys out. Yes, they are asking the banks, saying, "Hey, if you notice any of your clients struggling to keep up with the mortgage payments, help them out." And we are going to get into this article a bit more detail, like what's involved. But before that, I want to show you guys this, like how did we get here? Like how are we at a stage where we are asking the banks for help of all people? I think you guys all remember what happened in early 2020. Like the rates got dropped next to nothing because the Bank of Canada had to do something to stimulate the economy. And they even said that the rates are going to remain low for a very long time. Basically, go out shopping. And a lot of people did. A lot of people got these awesome variable rate mortgages, and a lot of houses were sold. A lot of record breaking months, record breaking years. So everything was going fine until about, like I would say, March, April 2022. So that is what a very long time means to Bank of Canada, about a year and a half or about 2 years. So the Bank of Canada is like, well, you know what? That's all great. The economy seems to be doing okay. Now we got to fight inflation. So we are going to raise the rates 8 times within 1 year to fight inflation, which is good because the inflation is coming down. But what happened here was a lot of people who had all these awesome rates hit their trigger rate. Now, what is a trigger rate, you might ask? Basically, if you have a fixed payment and let's say you're paying $2,000 a month, portion goes to principal, portion goes to interest. Eventually, you get to a certain point where the whole $2,000 is going towards the interest. So that is the trigger rate. So that happened to a lot of people, and the banks are like, yeah, we don't want to see that. That's not good. But what we will do is we will just add it to the principal. You know what? We will add it to the principal, and we're just gonna worry about it at renewal time. Basically, just kick it down the road and worry about it later. So it got added to the principal, but a lot of people now are facing negative amortization, which is going to make it tougher for people to qualify at renewal time. So this was the cause of a lot of the stress. A lot of people were saying, I'm not going to be able to requalify. And if I bought at the peak, more than likely, I'm going to have to lose money on the house. So everybody's stressed out because they're thinking they have to sell. But if this proposal goes through, they might have a ray of hope, because what they are asking the banks to do is that anybody who is facing, who is having trouble keeping up with the mortgage because they have a high household debt, or they're being affected by the rapid increase in interest rates, or they're experiencing an increased cost of living, we ask that you help them out. And how do you help them out? The bank is allowed to increase the amortization period, either permanently or temporarily. So like I said before, I always say the banks are not your friends. I think everybody knows that. That's not really a hot take or anything. And who can qualify? Basically, anybody whose payments are on variable rate mortgages, basically they have variable payments, or they have fixed payments, they might be facing negative amortization, or even fixed rate mortgages reaching near-term maturity who may be facing a material increase in payments. So basically they are saying, banks, help us out, because a lot of people, now I'm not here to judge because everybody is in a different situation. So I'm not, like everyone makes their own decisions. Like a lot of people, I've seen comments on different news articles and stuff. A lot of people like to laugh at these people. They're like, hey, well, nobody told you to buy a house. You have to remember, some people might have received bad advice. Some people might have received like, hey, this is my only chance to get into the house, right? A lot of people might have been like, hey, nothing's going to happen. The rates are going to remain low. So, you can't blame the people all the time. I'm not here to say good or bad. That's, like I said, everyone is in a different situation. Maybe if it's a billionaire who bought like 10 houses and now he's going to lose 3, okay, maybe you can have a laugh at that. But a lot of people are not in that situation, right? So I feel bad, but like some mistakes were made along the way, but that's not my place to say if somebody's right, somebody's wrong. We'll just have to wait and see if this proposal comes to fruition. Like I said, this is just a proposal for now. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what comes out of it. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.